Please don't worry about me.
Hey, Brendan.
Hey there, Carl. How are you?
Good to see ya.
Friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business.
Hey, Brian.
Give you one more night to get this.
You guys hear my music okay?
Oh, it's yours. Okay. I was like, what is that?
We're DJing.
Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights.
What is that music?
Let's get down to business.
Oh, okay. It was breaking up a little bit. That's all.
It's not coming through good?
No.
All right, we'll turn it off.
Not on my end, maybe.
It was a bad attempt.
It's okay.
A valiant try, though.
Thanks. Dave,
Not
what
sure
state
why
are you in today?
I'm in Tampa, Florida.
All right.
I
Brendan?
don't know why I have two profiles up there, but that's all right.
I'm right in the DC Metro.
Awesome.
And then I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Okay. We'll be there in 2 weeks.
It's gonna be
Awesome.
perfect.
Yeah.
I used to own a hardware company called that was acquired by Visa that had an office in the Fashion Square Mall. It was a very weird place to have an office, but anyways, that was my little bit in Scottsdale.
We live walking distance from that.
Okay, it's a nice place.
Yeah, we live in the Old Town area, and like this morning, I took my dogs on a 2.5 mile walk and just cruising around inside all the different streets and stuff here in Old Town.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining, guys. We have 60 people that have subscribed to this chat, so hopefully we get some more on. If not, you get me by me. Tomas, do you mind sitting next to me just so I can see what... Brian, who are you with?
I have my own organization. It's called Orion 7 Solutions.
Okay, cool. What do you focus on?
We focus on CX and all the stuff that goes into supporting that, their technology, their contact centers, BPO relationships, all that stuff.
Sweet.
Basically anything that touches the customer.
My BPO guy's right next to me.
How you doing?
I'm well.
Good.
Welcome, McKenna. Welcome, Brian. Where are you guys calling in from?
Denver.
Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach. Cool. McKenna, any chance you've ever been to Cycle Bar, Virginia Beach?
I don't think so. Is that in the Red Mill area?
It is.
I've heard about it.
My friends own it, and they are awesome. Chris and Casey Bushy. If you ever stop in there, they'll show you a great time.
Okay. I'll have to check it out.
Well, thanks for joining the call, guys. We're going to give people just a few minutes to pop in. McKenna, who are you with?
Buzz Franchise Brands.
Okay. Oh, who do I know from what's your founder's name? Hang on.
Our founder's Kevin Wilson, but
Yeah.
my boss is Mike Hull.
Kevin knows me.
I'm Ned.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Give it just a second and we'll get started.
Hello. Hey, Carl.
Hey, Ned. Great to see you, buddy.
Great to see you too. How's everything?
Happy to be here. It's a beautiful new year. We finally got some snow here in Utah. We're happy with it.
That's
Where
great.
in the world
That's
are you
great.
today, Ned?
Fantastic. Great to see you all, and Happy New Year to you all.
Ahmed, where are
Hey,
you?
Tomas.
What country are you in?
I'm back in Tashkent. I'm in Uzbekistan.
Okay.
Yeah, back in Uzbekistan.
We got the whole globe covered today, it looks like.
Yeah.
Awesome. By a show of hands in the chat, if you guys can put a 1, if you've been able to call one of the Skipio AI numbers, just out of curiosity, trying to understand if people have interacted with our number before. Okay. We got some fresh meat, I call it. Sweet. Okay, let's get started. Hi, everybody. I am Carl Case, Chief Energizing Officer here at Skipio, calling from our headquarters here in the Star Mill. Skipio was founded in 2016. We were built way before AI was a buzzword, nearly a decade of powering real customer conversations at scale. Pioneers of AI-powered customer communication across many channels, voice, text, and web chat. Over 1 million real customer conversations handled daily through our platform, and over 38,000 businesses across North America trust Skipio for their communication needs. We are battle tested to capture revenue, reduce missed calls, and protect your team's time. For those of you that just joined, I'm Carl Case, CEO, Chief Energizing Officer over here at Skipio, calling from our headquarters here in the Star Mill. So today we're really focused on Jiffy Lube and our case study within them. And as we all know, being owners and working inside of businesses, missed calls equal missed revenue. Every missed call is a missed customer, and your competitors are happy to answer that instead. So customers are calling, and if you don't answer, they call the next shop. So here's one simple equation that I want us to think through when we're looking at our business. How many of you, if you don't mind, put in the chat, what is the lifetime value of one of your customers in your business? I can say on average, in the arenas that Skipio plays in, it's about $5,000 on average for a lifetime value of the customer. Chuck's at $1,500, Edward's at about $1,600. I'd love to hear from everybody. What is the lifetime value of one of your customers in your business? $1,200 from Michael. Okay, so everybody's well above $1,000. So even if we cut this equation in half, we're still getting to understand the numbers. So 100 inbound calls a month at a 2,000 average lifetime customer value is $200,000 in a monthly opportunity. Does that make sense to everybody? So if we miss 20 to 30% of these calls, which I can almost guarantee everybody on this call is experiencing that unless you have an AI solution as a failover, $40,000 to $60,000 is just left on the table every month because missed calls aren't missed calls. They're missed customer moments. And for those of you that are skiers like me, every moment changes, especially on the mountain. So the solution is not more marketing. It's capturing the customers that are already calling you. Answer every single call, including overflow or after hours. Respond instantly with consistent on-brand messaging. And book the next steps automatically or hand it off with full context. So when we look at Jiffy Lube, we've been working with Jiffy Lube now for a couple of months, and over 20% of the calls ended up converting to customers more than we saw in the past. A 35% engagement lift of these customers asking questions and ultimately getting texted a coupon, which we'll talk about those coupon metrics here in a second. And 79% of these customers, fewer hung up versus just calling and leaving because they didn't get the information they were looking for. So more calls answered is more service booked, which is a better customer experience on both ends of it. Now, these are a couple screenshots of what our back end looks like for us. And the reason that I think this is important is that we are constantly monitoring every call that comes in while leveraging our own tech stack of AI and having humans. So like one of our partners here, Ahmed, we've scaled teams all over the world to make sure that our customers are always getting the answers that they're looking for. And if and when we haven't prompted, or you as the business owner haven't given us that information because we didn't plan for it, Skipio AI's team is constantly listening to these calls and asking our customers, you, what is the right answer for us to do to respond back to that customer, patient, or whoever it may be. Now, something really important here is that this is not a set it and forget it solution. Why? Because we have no idea what every customer is going to say, and neither do you. So having a partner that's listening to those calls, prompting ahead of that, so that once we train it the first time, we never have to train it again. Really, truly your dream employee. I will sidebar for a second on that topic. One of my claim to fames is that I built Burger King's mobile app, touchscreen kiosk, and website back in 2016. In 2017, my technology was adopted in brands like Subway, Taco Bell, Panda Express, many 43,000 installs in a matter of 3.5 years. And the reason that that's important is my sales pitch then was very similar. We had an employee that cost less than $1 an hour, always never bitches and moans, never shows up late to work, and doesn't cost you extra money after hours. We have a very similar solution here, except the results are so tangible that they're truly undeniable of what this solution can do for you. I'd love to introduce David Fine, somebody that we've worked with really closely here at Jiffy Lube. He's the VP of Sales and Training at Ace Jiffy Lube. Dave, if you don't mind coming on, talking through how your experience has been and what your locations have actually seen in implementing Skipio AI.
Yeah, of course, I'd love to. And I'm just going to have a conversation here. I really don't have anything written out, but my background, worked in a different industry. Right now, I'm the Vice President of Sales and Training for the past 8 years with Atlantic Coast Enterprises. We own and operate over 65 Jiffy Lubes in 3 states. I retired from a different industry, the HVAC industry, in New York after 33 years. I'm going to be as succinct as possible. I learned over the years there's nothing more valuable, Carl stated it before, than a phone call. When somebody calls your business, I'm stating the obvious here, they're calling because they want to do business with you. And the way your team answers that phone, answers the phone, number one, and I'll come back to that in a minute. And then the conversation that they have with the customer, we call them guests here, is just so vitally important to really determine the outcome, whether that particular person says, yeah, that's a company I want to do business with or not. So something that a challenge that we've had at Jiffy Lube is with the 65 different locations, we have wonderful teams, and I don't want to disparage any of the people, but every Sunday morning I get a report on all our stores and I can see all the call metrics. And I saw, among other things, missed calls. We were missing out of our stores just a significant amount of calls every week. Either calls weren't being answered, or they were going to our voicemail system that we had set up. And it said to me when I was doing the metrics and I was really just extrapolating that out, that we were losing thousands and thousands of dollars on potential sales from these customers. The second part of that problem that we had was when the phone was being answered and we record our calls and I was listening to them, again, not disparaging any of my folks, but my head would explode at some of the conversations that I would hear. I'm in a different generation, but the younger generation really are a generation that comes from texting and emails, and their communication skills are something that needed a lot of attention. And we tried really, really hard to do telephone skill training, and we would monitor calls, and it was just so time consuming. And to be really candid with everybody, we really weren't getting traction. So flash forward, we discovered RapidTalk, Skipio and Carl, and I engaged with a conversation with him in the beginning, and we started piloting some stores. And we saw immediate results. And before I go any further, I want to say, and you guys don't know me, but I'm a very sincere and straightforward person, and I've worked with hundreds of vendors through my career. This team is amazing. And I'm not going to name names right now, but the support team is just amazing with RapidTalk. They do listen to every single call that comes into our stores. And we do what I call training the agent every week. Every week I get a list of questions that our customers asked that the agent wasn't trained to answer. And there's always something that's one-offs or offbeat or questions that just we couldn't plan for. In the very beginning, we did do that, right? And I'll get to some metrics in a minute. So every week we're training the agent. In fact, I'm in Tampa, our Tampa market this week, and I was just at one of our stores that has the program rolling out. We're rolling it out right now to all our stores. We have a significant amount of stores right now on the program, but we're going to envelop all our stores very quickly. This team loves it, and I'm going to tell you why they love it. They love it because as much as we don't want the phone to be a distraction for them, and we always coach against that, it's a distraction. They're mechanics, they're technicians, they're working on cars. When the phone rings, they got to stop and answer it. And I know we coached them to say, hey, you know, that's an opportunity, that's a priority, but the reality is it was a distraction. This has freed them up tremendously, which has increased our productivity in the stores. It has increased our car counts, because that's, you know, for us, that's what we measure. We measure car counts. It has increased them dramatically, and as a result has increased our sales. But the last thing, which is really kind of a non-tangible, and it's just a feeling where you just feel it, is the culture throughout our stores has improved as well. They see a company that's investing not only in technology, but in the betterment of the company and helping them as well. So it has been a tremendous boost for us. We're really pumped about rolling out the rest of our stores. And it's something that we've been monitoring every single day as far as the metrics go and the growth goes within the system. It's very cool. You know, there's a lot of AI phone platforms out there. And, you know, to be extremely candid, again, we interviewed probably, I don't know, maybe half a dozen, and we took demos on them. Some of them sound like AI. This particular agents that we're using are so real. It's kind of freaky in a way, actually. And they engage. With the guest. We have a texting program that is paired up with our system. So if one of our callers says, you know, hey, how much is an oil change? The agent will answer back and they say, hey, we have some money saving coupons. I might not be using the exact language, but would you like me to text you a coupon right now? Yes, please. We have texted hundreds of coupons, and the attribution, again, I don't have exact metrics for you on mobile right now, has been overwhelming. So not only are they calling, inquiring about it, but they're getting a coupon right away, and they're receiving it on their phone, and they're going into the store and using it. So it's been an extremely positive experience for us. And I don't know, does anybody have any, if it's all right, Carl, maybe people have some questions for me. You want to do that at the end, or?
No, please feel free. Guys, Dave has been intrinsic in deploying this solution. Dave, thank you so much for speaking honestly about what you've experienced. And I think this is great. If we have 19 people other than ourselves on this call, and you guys get to hear from one of our customers directly. So please feel free to ask any questions about how this experience has been, and any results or any questions that you have. We'll open up the floor.
Now, while we have a little gap here, I will tell you that I was very skeptical in the beginning. It's just the way I approach things sometimes. It's my guard. I was really apprehensive on a couple of things. I was apprehensive if our customers were really going to embrace it, or they were going to say, oh, you're getting impersonal here. I monitor all our social platforms, our Google profile business platforms. I monitor, we have a Medallia platform that we use internally. And we also have checked directly with some of our customers to see how they're enjoying the new system. It's all been positive. So somebody's got to have a question.
So Dave, when you were interviewing these companies, you know, obviously the tone of the AI agent, obviously the, you know, the conversations with Carl and team make a huge difference. But what determined that deciding factor? What was kind of that trigger that obviously there was a need, but what led you to go with RapidTalk Skipio versus a Zoom or a dial pad or another type of interface?
It's a great question. So I told you at the top of my conversation that I've been in, I didn't give you the exact years, but I will now. I've been in customer service and sales for over 43 years. So intrinsically, I know what a good partner would be like to work with. That, and it's not, it wasn't just one thing. It was response to calls, emails, questions, really a sensitivity to our industry and our business. Yeah, the price point was the last thing I looked at, quite frankly, their pricing platform, because somebody could give you a great rate and deliver a poor quality product, and what's that worth? Nothing. So it was really the subject matter experts that I dealt with at RapidTalk more than anything else that helped me to really understand that this was the right company to engage with. And it was a collaboration within our group too, our executive team, the board. I didn't make this decision solely by myself. It was done with a group of people. I'm smart enough to know that I'm not smart enough to do that. So, we try to punch holes in everything. And, I'm not saying that there weren't a few things that we had to talk through and fix, but they were really, really responsive, or are responsive, I should say, to everything that we threw at them. And we threw a lot of, this is a public forum, I won't say it, but a lot of stuff at them. At one point I thought I was, I'm very sensitive to being annoying sometimes. And we were reaching that juncture where I was like, man, am I getting annoying? But they just were smiling all the way through and handling things and responding. And I might also add that we have a big market in Miami, which is where Spanish is the primary language. So our agents can speak Spanish, in not just in Miami, but in Broward and West Palm Beach and other markets as well. So that was a big plus. Does that answer your question? Was that Brandon?
Yeah, that was me. Thank you very much.
That answers your question? Yeah.
I think something, if I may add, as we open up to more questions as well, and if you guys have a question, go ahead and put a number 1 in the chat just so I can queue it up properly, is that the original standard operating procedures and call scripts that Jiffy Lube corporate uses in addition to Ace Jiffy Lube franchise were absolutely horrendous. And we see this in every single industry that we have touched. No business today was built for AI. Truly, it wasn't built for AI to take over or to assist the humans. So when we took the original script and my team and I started to call it, we recognized really quickly no human would actually want to talk to this agent. It seemed very robotic. It didn't seem personal. So working with the client, and especially with Dave and his team, that he created a team of about a dozen people that oversee this project for their rollout, and working with them on what this actually should sound like, and working with our engineering team and prompt engineers to make sure that this is a fluid conversation, because I can almost guarantee all of you that have call scripts that you've handed to humans, if they're working well, we want to make it even better. And the way that we do that is by leveraging our technology. We even have AI agents testing against AI agents to give us feedback in the loop real time so that we can understand how we can improve this overnight so that our customers aren't coming to us. Like, Dave, I don't think there's been one use case where you've caught an instance that we haven't preemptively asked you ahead of time, hey, how would you respond to this? So really being proactive is super important when you pick an AI partner.
Yeah, the other thing, thanks, Carl. The other thing, if and when you engage with this, is that not only did I create a committee to help with the oversight of this and make for the betterment of the program, I engaged at the ground level too, our stores. We encouraged, I did it this morning in our stores, our lube techs not only the management and the leadership in the stores, we wanted everybody engaged so they could hear what we were doing, because some of the feedback we get just doesn't come from the management level of leadership. It comes from all different levels. So we've gotten some great feedback on how to respond to different questions, and I don't know, just little picadillies, I call them, on the system that would help it be better. So, and it made them feel important, because they are important to the process as well. They're the ones with boots on the ground every day in the stores. So, yeah. So
I think something important to think through. How many of you guys, by a show of hands, have been to a Jiffy Lube? Amazing.
thank you.
I don't know any mechanic that would enjoy getting out from underneath the car to go answer the phone to give an answer that is most likely an answer that somebody may not have been able to find online, or you would think is assuming. So the fact that our solution plays in so many different niches, whether it be a chiropractic office all the way down to Jiffy Lube or a Crunch Fitness brand, answering the phone has become such a redundancy to that front desk staff or that mechanic that they truly don't want to do it. So empowering that mechanic, because we're answering 100% of the calls that come into Ace Jiffy Lube's locations, but that doesn't mean that we don't transfer it back to the mechanic. So there's a use case like, hey, I'm looking to get a status on that part that you ordered 2 days ago, where we're not integrated into that system because it's not possible, and we need to push that out to the mechanic. So now they're handling tasks that aren't, do you take appointments, and getting 900 calls a day that ask, hey, can I make an appointment? No, we're Jiffy Lube. Just come on in. Our average wait time is just a few minutes. So really empowering the business and the employees in the business to do what they're hired for and not having to do these repetitive tasks. So if you guys are thinking about your business, even like McKenna calling from Buzz Franchise Brands, what would you guys do if you didn't have to repeat yourself over and over? So if you're thinking about how to put this solution in your business, think about the number one topic that you, your staff, your call center, your BPO handles repeatedly over and over, and start there, because your organization isn't necessarily bought in that voice AI or text AI or web chat AI is a solution that's here to stay. So start with one thing. Hey, 50% of our calls are insurance verification. Wonderful. Let Skipio AI handle that one piece. Prove out to your organization that this product alleviated 50% of our call volume. And now we have reduced churn in employees, because nobody likes doing the same thing over and over and over again. That's why you guys are here and entrepreneurs in this space. And I really encourage you guys to automate one piece of that puzzle and then start to build additionally to that. Awesome. Well, we got time for another a minute or two of more questions. I want to give people some time back if possible. Does anybody have any questions while you got myself, my team, and Dave here from Jiffy Lube? Okay. Well, if anybody is interested in exploring this solution, I encourage you to schedule a call with me directly. And the way that you can do that is just by headed to skipioai.com/Carl. You'll see my availability at any time. You can snag some time on my calendar, and would love to walk you through how this solution can work directly for your business and make an impact. I'm gonna leave you all with this. If you are the person that wants to sit back and collect your multi-million-dollar salary and watch the business, end up not where it needs to be because you didn't implement AI, we are not the right partners for you. But if you're looking to be that pioneer in the space that takes your organization and elevates it to a level that is truly uncomputable because you haven't done it before, we are here to handhold you through that process, led by humans, powered by AI, so that you are the cheerleader in your business that has empowered them to do more 24/7, 365 across all channels that your customers speak to and all languages that your customers want to interact with your brand. So thank you guys. for joining today. And I really hope that we've inspired some pioneers out of the 20 people on this call to take that leap and join Skipio, show you what's possible with integrating AI, and happy 2026. Thanks, everybody, for your time.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Carl.